Dear fellow colleagues and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm honored to be invited to join this forum. On behalf of NetEase Games, I'm here today to share some of the work that we've done in esports, and also to discuss the possibility of esports providing a trademark and driving technological advancement for a city. The design and the creating process of digital engineering is becoming an essential application in the fourth industrial revolution in which we are experiencing today. Globally, the applications of high-end technologies such as 5G, big data, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, virtual reality are becoming everyday norms. However, developments are needed and developments will be done. They will be done by the further application of artificial intelligence in all parts of our working life. To accomplish this mission, a scenario must be created where artificial intelligence is able to provide solutions through the Internet of Everything. While the scenarios may be based on virtual reality, the technology itself is crucial in games designs. Currently, the construction of cities, operation simulations, and many other aspects that are deeply entangled with the future are rooted on the concepts of game design. Therefore, with the sports industry as one of the backbones in technology, design technology in virtual industries have gradually been becoming the leading force in the fourth industrial revolution. That is the reason, standing on the edge of the technological advancements, pushing for further development of virtual industries through the promotion of healthy and speedy development of esports industry is pivotal in gaining an advantage in the upcoming fourth industrial revolution. Over the years, esports is becoming the term describing virtual industries, attracting more and more attention. Several official departments in China encourage the development of the industry. Local governments also caught onto that, announcing industry policies assisting esports industry. Thus, the Chinese esports industry has been on the highway of growth. As a part of the industry ourselves, we, NetEase, is also exploring ways of cooperation between our gaming, esports resources, and local governments. Our aim is to drive the upgrade of regional digital industry to connect different regions, different people, and different lifestyles. Over the years, NetEase has been exploring esports on a unique pathway and have always held to our own beliefs. First, to promote industrial value, making esports integrative. Second, to promote social value, making esports inclusive. And third, to promote Chinese value, making esports global. To make esports integrative, integrating a holistic esports ecosystem is essential. At NetEase, we are adamant about the pathway in developing our own original and unique games. The esports structure is therefore spontaneously delivered from our own games and around our players. This idea derived from our esports blueprint and thus centralizing on our being international, professional, and combinational. Take Identity V as an example. Being the #1 game in the asymmetric battle arena category in the world, it has over 200 million players globally. In order to enable our international players into the esports structure of Identity V, we have held the highest level esports competition for the game, COA, Call of the Abyss World Finals. As players from around the globe come together fighting for one ultimate glory, in 2021, COA4, the fourth World Finals of Identity V, has over 700,000 players from around over 26 countries and regions, and over 2.1 billion in viewership. In China, our players want to have more consistent esports contents with a high level of competitiveness. Owing to the fact that in 2020, we've gathered 10 esports professional teams and held the first ever professional asymmetric battle esports professional league called IVL, Identity V League, bringing competitive and constant esports content to our players worldwide. Furthermore, we have also been active in exploring a pathway to professional esports of the traditional MMO games. Moreover, in 2020, we held the first ever MMO esports league in the world, Fantasy West Journey Mobile League, a new path discovered for MMO games. Apart from single title events, NetEase Sports NEXT Next, a multi-titled esports tournament, has successfully been held 10 times in a row for the past 4 years. NEXT Next has excluded over 35 game titles with the past 4 years. The diversity of game types and title numbers all make it an undoubted landmark esports an event whether in the scale of China or the world. Apart from the tournaments, the supporting industries for esports are also essential to our completed ecosystem. NetEase has been investing in supporting esports-related industries for a long period of time. Our online streaming platform, CC Live, has always been rooted in our games and esports structure, providing an extensive range of contents. NetEase Dashen, being the official community of our games, aims at providing our esports forum and diverse content for our players. Our Interplay, being our official MCN agency, focuses on the production of quality esports contents in order to offer the best viewing experience to our viewers and players. Moreover, our esports team, Shanghai Dragons, actively competes in some of the top tournaments in the world. Being the first ever Chinese club in the OWL Overwatch League, Shanghai Dragons crowned several championships, including the 2021 OWL Global Finals. Secondly, to make esports inclusive, including more and more people in our esports ecosystem. Since 2018, a significant amount of our games held regional tournaments in relatively small cities across China, providing an opportunity for local players to join. Apart from tournaments that are open for all, we also anticipate that there will be an increasing number of third-party tournaments, providing a more diverse experience for the players. That is the reason we have developed our own tool dedicated for the match organizers, NetEase Battle Platform. It makes it easier for the third-party organizers to organize tournaments with our games and our tools. Meanwhile, we've been authorizing internet cafes across China for NetEase VIP internet cafe access, allocating resources to the owners of these venues and allowing them to organize tournaments for our games. Thirdly, to make esports global, internationalizing our esports products global is vital. In recent years, many of our games are distributed globally with their ever-growing quality and complex designs. Based on our strategy to publish high-quality games around the globe, our Top Clans project has become the biggest esports tournament across Southeast Asia region after 3 years of exploration. Top Clans includes games such as our very own Naraka Blame Point, Tom and Jerry Mobile, and Rules of Survival, as well as Dota 2, Mobile Legends, and other titles. In 2021, we have cooperated with many other third-party tournaments across Southeast Asia region to develop our own esports ecosystem. And in Japan, our Knives Out has become on top of the charts. Knives Out Japan Championship is also becoming one of the most influential esports events in Japan and being held by the media as the highest level of esports in Japan. Throughout years of exploration into the esports industry, we have found that esports is not only the culture belongs to Gen Z, but also a driver of digital industrial upgrades. Through esports events, local governments are able to promote their tourism industry, to upgrade their esports facilities, and to enrich their image and brand as a city. On the cooperation between esports and local tourism, not only do we deliver our events to the local governments, we also invite them to further complete esports ecosystems with us. In 2020, Chengdu Cultural and Tourism Development Group, CCTDG, based on our Identity 5 tournament, established the GG Club to participate into our tournaments. After joining the Identity 5 Professional League, Gigi has been deeply involved in our identified events and ecosystem, and successfully been crowned for the championship of the World Finals. After that success, we have partnered with CCTDG to lend their ceremony to the Chengdu Kuanzhai Ally, of which has become one of the newer landmarks of Chengdu. Another partner of ours, the Wolves Esports Club, has placed their championship ceremony on the Bund Financial Center after their success in 2021 in Shanghai. Production team is most often the one that should be praised after delivering a successful event. On video games development, our production teams focus on the abilities of independent researching, and on esports, we've also been developing our own teams of talents. Our current event organizing teams had experienced through countless events and have been continuously improving their production capabilities. Through developing our own live broadcasting technologies and our streaming tools, all made in-house, we managed to always keep our audiences and players interested while providing better viewing experiences. Apart from this, we have established 2 outreach esports production centers, one in Shanghai and the other in Guangzhou, in order to expand our esports contents globally. All of us are aware that esports is one of the favorite forms of entertainment among Gen Z. The combination of esports and cities allow local governments to further develop their city as a brand. In the Greater Bay Area, with the assistance from Guangzhou government, we have placed the first ever local esports league, identified IVR Professional League. The first ever final was even held in the landmark of Guangzhou, Tianhe Sports Center. It has created an avid for attention and interests for esports locally. Over 80% of the events of IVR is produced in Guangzhou. The continuous quality content has provided a growing number of audiences and players for the game. In the last 2 years of the tournament, IVL has become the flagship esports event in Guangzhou. Fantasy Wars World Journey Mobile Championship, being the first ever Chinese MMO esports league, has also been held successfully under support by Guangzhou government. The first grand final of the tournament was landed in Guangzhou. It attracted the core groups of MMO players in the country to visit. The Guangzhou Tower was lighted up on the evening of the grand final. Across the east of China, we have been continuously delivering quality esports events in aim to assist local governments upgrade their city images. Take the example of Identify. In 2021, we have placed 2 of our high-level events in the east of China. In 2020, IVN Grand Final for the 4th season was placed at Shanghai Jing'an Sports Center, massively lighted up the esports passion in Shanghai. May of this year, Identify Call of the Abyss Global Finals was placed at the Hangzhou Olympics Esports Center, being the first ever esports tournament of the venue. Not just our tournaments, our Shanghai Dragon esports team has always had substantial ties to the city of Shanghai. Being the club that tagged Shanghai, the Dragon was the first ever Chinese team that entered the Overwatch League. Through years of experiences, the Dragons had captured multiple championship titles in OWL and successfully been crowned championship this year at the OWL Global Finals. We've decided to place all our home game this year at the Jing'an Sports Center, being the most popular home venue in Chinese cities and esports teams. It has provided breathtaking experience to the local fans. In the future, we wish to continuously support the development in digital cultural industries across cities in China. On tournaments, we not only anticipate to provide our events in support of our local governments, yet more based on the cultural essence in our games. In combination with local culture, we wish to provide in-depth cooperation between esports and cities. For example, our esports with Chinese traditional antiquity values in them will soon to take place in cities with a profound history in them, such as Beijing, Chengdu, Xi'an, and many cultural historic cities. On tournament coverage, we will begin from the Greater Bay Area all the way to Southeast and Southwest, then northern part of China, and to every side of our land. Our next tournament, Fantasy Western World Journey mobile tournaments, and many other top events will soon to be held in inner China cities. We will also continuously promote the locality of our tournaments through open for all tournaments and third-party tournaments to further develop the eligibility of our tournaments to middle and smaller sized regions, creating an esports atmosphere and providing more opportunities for every individuals to participate. And thanks for inviting me to join this forum, and wish everyone enjoy the Fantasy Day. Thank you.